go. I mean,
they're infield, right?
Yeah, there's no direct route either. That's the thing.
It's down 2. I remember going up there last year. We had to go down Route 2.
Okay, Steve, thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone here to tonight's football game. We also have tonight being our senior night for the Griswold High School cheerleaders and football. We'd like to start off with the cheerleaders. And the first is Kaya Coleman. Kaya is being escorted by her parents, Kelly Dahey and Chris Coleman, her sister Denzel and brother Chris. She started her cheering career in the 5th grade, made varsity every year in high school for football and basketball. She is an ECC All-Star nomination in all 4 years, ECC All-Star recipient last 2 years, running with the Bulls Award sophomore year. And her plans are to attend 3 Rivers Community College studying psychology. Kaya Coleman. Next is Haley DuBois. Haley is escorted by her mother, Jessica Brown. Haley has been with Griswold cheerleading 2 years, youth, and 4 years high school. She has honors and awards in athletics and academics, and her plans for the future are to finish degree next year and transfer to UConn. Dakota Falcone, escorted by her parents Linda Falcone and John Raymond, and her twin sister Drew. She has participated 7 years in cheerleading. She has honors in athletics and academics, and her plans for the future are attending 3 Rivers Community College in the medical field. Michaela Kenyon, escorted by her mother and stepdad, Kim and Todd Smith, her father Sean Kenyon, and brother Sean. Cheered for 5 years youth and 4 years high school, 3 years of varsity track and field. She has ECC All-Star recipient and the Sportsmanship Award, and her plans for the future are continuing education while studying criminal justice and psychology at the University of Connecticut. Melania LeBeau, escorted by her parents Desiree and Hector LeBeau and her sister Kenya and Shakayla. Sorry about that. She has participated in cheerleading and softball. She has a Spirit Award for cheer and Honor Award for good grades. Her plans are to attend 3 Rivers Community College for 2 years, pursuing a medical career choice with animals. And those are your senior cheerleaders.
Today was interesting.
Our senior football players. Number 9, Trevor Belial. Escorted by his mother Tammy and father Jimmy, played football 4 years and started varsity baseball for 3 years. Trevor plans to attend Curry College after graduation. Number 66, Isaiah Clark. Escorted by his father Robert and stepmother Jessica. Isaiah is undecided about his college choice but plans to major in psychology. Shazil Ali, number 59. Escorted by his parents PJ and Lena Ali. Shazil is an honor roll student every year of high school. Shazil is a starter as a senior this year. After graduation from Griswold, Shazil plans to attend Quinnipiac University, majoring in criminal justice with a goal of joining the FBI. He would like to thank all of his coaches for helping him learn the importance of teamwork and humility. His skills will carry over into his future, on and off the field.
I'll take it, it's fine. What are we,
Number 50,
6 and 2, 7 and 2?
5 and 2.
Scalpolini. Escorted by Christy and Tom, Scalpolini and Deb and Robert Laduccia. Brian is a National Honor Society and honor roll student. Has played on the football team all 4 years, as well as baseball. Byron plans to attend Springfield College or UConn to study sports medicine. Number 4, C.J. Matson. Escorted by his mother, Kristen. C.J. is honor roll student.
Evening to you. Welcome to Griswold High School for Friday Night Lights here as the Griswold Wolverines will take on the Breck Eagles from Enfield, Connecticut. Breck comes in at 5 and 2 or 6 and 2, and Griswold is standing at 5 and 2, so they're pretty evenly matched. So it's senior night here, so we have a little extra added motivation. The Wolverines are trying to make the playoffs, trying to finish out their season with a few straight wins to do so. I'm joined here tonight by Kevin Thompson. So, Kevin, how you doing? And welcome to the booth.
Hey, Scott. Thanks. Here in the Griswold Pride broadcast booth, the Griswold Wheeler Wolverines are going to take on the Breck Eagles, as Scott said. The playoff picture for both of them right now, Class S, Griswold's number 14. So they've got a shot, they got a chance. If they win out, they got two good opponents here. Breck comes in, as you said, 6 and 2. This is the 4th year of their program. They haven't had a winning season. This year they'll have their first winning season.
That's great.
So, and they're ranked number 16 in Class M. So they're still in the picture. They may need some help, but they've got a shot.
Right, and this school, for people that don't know, it's kind of like it's a regional school. There's a few of them around the state, I do think. So they're mainly kids that don't go to like a normal curriculum in high school. They go for like government and things like that. That's from what I understand. So it's a different mix of kids.
Yeah, the first year we went out there was the first year of the program in 2016. So this is their 4th year. And we learned they're basically one of the Capital Region schools. That's why it's correct, because it's Capital Region Education Coalition.
Right.
So that's what they call it, CREC Co-op. And these guys are all basically, it's first responders, police, fire, those types of jobs that they go to the high school, get your basic curriculum, and then they can start to do what they call, I believe, it's not a major per se, but it's a pathway that they take and decide whether they want to go into one of those career fields.
Excellent. It's a good opportunity for those young men. And speaking of young men, the Griswold Wheeler Wolverines having a great season this year. We lost a couple tough games. We lost to Bacon Academy, and we lost to a tough game to Waterford where they didn't play their best game, but they played good enough, but not good enough to win. And in the Bacon game, their leader, senior Andrew Kozel, went down with a fractured clavicle. The good news is, Kevin, tonight he's back. Andrew's back tonight. His surgery went well. He has a plate and 6 screws inserted. It's been 6 weeks. And he's here tonight, and they just announced him. He walked down on the field with his mom, Lori, and his dad, Coach Ted. And he's ready tonight to take the field for the Wolverines and hopefully lead them to victory.
Yeah, so Andrew went down second game of the season, literally in the second quarter. So it was 2s all the way around. His numbers 2. So there's a little karma for you there in the numbers. But the reality is that they've actually played well without him and have won 4 out of the 5 games that they haven't had him. So it'll be interesting tonight to see when he comes back in how that affects the team. The game against Bacon after he went out definitely affected them. You could see they were just not playing up to par.
Absolutely.
You can totally see that. But the game against Waterford, that game was one of the ugliest games I've seen since we've been doing this guy. It was neither team wanted to win. It was like who was going to not lose, right? Because Waterford had a 14-0 lead, but they kept trying to give it away in the second half. And Griswold had the ball twice in the last 4 minutes with a chance to tie it.
Well, we said when Andrew went down with the injury, the junior Jaden Curtin Quinn came in. If you've been watching any of the Griswold games, you know that he's undersized. He's probably around 5'4" or 5'5", maybe, with shoes on. And he filled in admirably. He did a great job. In the pros, I think we call that a game manager.
Yeah.
So
Tom Brady.
He's done. Yeah, Tom Brady. Dinks and dunks, but he doesn't throw the ball a lot. But he is pretty accurate when he does throw. But he's not afraid to tuck in and run, and he manages the game well. And they've done well in Andrew's absence.
So the interesting thing about Crack is they've actually joined the ECC. So they are in the same division, Division 3 of the ECC with Griswold. And the last 3 years they've played each other. And it has been a situation where Griswold has won all 3. The first contest, we went to Enfield. First year of the program, Griswold was expected, pretty much there, 44-6. Second year, they come here, and Griswold only gets a 4-point win. They had a decent lead, and Crack came back in the second half. Last year, out there, you did that game. Griswold won by 16, 34-18. So it'll be interesting to see tonight, with them both still having a hope of the playoffs, whether or not they're going to be able to come in here on the road and put a challenge to Griswold.
All right, well, we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the pregame, get ready for the matchup. You're listening to Griswold Wheeler football exclusively on SNSN.
Your lineman is Matt McShane. Your line judge is Sergio Lewis. Your back judge is Adam Scott. And your timer up here in the press box is Ryan Walsh. Those are your officials for tonight's game. Over on the far side, I'd like to give a thank you to our chain gang. Paul Richards over there, I can see him. I see Nicky Drobiak, and I'm not sure who else is over there, but thank you guys for your continued support. Check your mic, please. Ready? Testing. 1, 2. A, B, C. Thank you. If we can have your attention, please, the chamber choir is coming out of the center of the field to sing our national anthem. If everyone will please rise, remove their hats, and our chamber choir is directed by Mr. Ray Churchill. Great job on the chamber choir. Thank you.
Taking on the CREC Eagles, a game of ECC foes. Both teams battling for a potential state playoff game. It is a mild but a little bit brisk Friday evening here in Griswold, and stands are starting to fill in here on senior night. So we'll see. We'll showcase Andrew Kozul's arm. Is hopefully not too much of his legs. We don't want to see him running the football too much. We don't want to get him hurt, but we'll see what we got, Kev.
All right, it looks like for the Eagles are going to receive the kickoff here, Scott. So second half.
That'll be good. And Griswold in their home green with white helmet, black pants. Correct Eagles in their white jerseys. Looks like dark green pants and green helmets to get the start.
We have a Thanksgiving turkey basket raffle filled with all the stuff you need for your dinner. It's $2 a ticket, and the winner will be told at
Yeah, he's a
halftime
Spanish
today.
exchange student.
Also, which is a lot of fun, we'll be securing our principal, Mr. Foreman, through the announcers booth.
Yeah, he's really got a good foot. He hasn't been as accurate, but he definitely can boot the football. It's good. That's kind of like a weapon for the team to have a kicker. And kick it deep he does, down to the 15-yard line, taken there by Craig. Bounces it out to the 17, to the 18, hit at the 20-yard line by a host of Griswold tacklers, to the 25-yard line for a host of Griswold tacklers. And that's where the Eagles will start, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That was
Good coverage downfield by the Wolverines as they swarmed the football. Wasn't not allowing the player to get to the outside. Okay, 1st and 10 now. First drive of the football game for either team. Quarterback Dorian Cheney, number 10. He's in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap, back to throw, looks to his left, has a receiver out to the 26-yard line, and his shoestring tackle there on the play. Gain of about a yard and a half, maybe 2.
A couple yards on there. That was a nice wide receiver bubble screen there. It's funny because Josh and I were talking about that last week. Towards the end of the game, we saw that a little bit in those screens. But really happened late to getting up.
That was number 1, Darian Morrell, the sophomore receiver, to catch for the Eagles. Here's the snap, back to throw again. Completes it at the 27, out to the 30, tackled there and falls forward for a first down. 32 yards by number 2, to the 32-yard line by number 2, TJ Murray. Tackled on the play for the Wolverines by number, number on that one. Number 5. So first down for the Eagles at the 32-yard line. Quarterback fumble snap, ball's out. Looks like the Wolverines have it. Bad snap there, and he fell on the football for the Wolverines. That is Shaquille Lee, number 59 for the Wolverines. So there we go. Early mistake by the Eagles, and let's see if the Wolverines can capitalize. They fall on the football right at the 32-yard line, and that's where they'll start. So an early turnover here by the Eagles gives the Wolverines fantastic field position on their first drive of the game. So here is Kozul getting under center for his first snap in 6 weeks. I'm sure everyone's holding their breath here to see how he does. Hands the ball off to the right side, bounces it outside, cuts back inside to the 20 to the 19-yard line. Let's see who was that?
That was Thibodeau.
Thibodeau ran
going
the
to the
football.
right-hand side off tackle there.
Yeah, good
Griswold
bounce out.
coming out in their typical split wing.
So a first down to the 20-yard line. They're marking it. Kozul is under center once again. takes a snap, hands the ball off to the inside.
That's Matson.
Matson takes the ball across the 15 down to the 11, maybe to the 12-yard line. So good carry again by the Wolverines. It picks up 8 yards on the play, and it'll be second down in a long 8. Kozel moves the Wolverines back under center again. Checks the defense. Hands the ball off in the backfield, and he's caught.
That was read nicely there by the Eagles.
Number 35 for the Wolverines, Christopher Thibodeau, was wrapped up. A loss of about 4 yards on the play.
That looked like number 12 there, Jaden Gist, wide receiver. And it looks like a defensive end, too. Freshman for the Eagles.
Good defensive play there for the Eagles. It puts the Wolverines in a long third down and 7. Motion by Thibodeau. Kozel looks back to pass. He looks going to throw. Rolls to his left. Throws deep to the end zone. Dropped. Oh, he had him. He had C.J. Matson was off his hands. The throw was a little bit high, but he should have caught it, and that'll bring up fourth down. Let's see what Wilcox is going to do here.
So that's
a long field goal.
Kozel will roll out to his left, opposite side of his throwing hand, and they dragged everybody. Basically, they had a short, a medium, and a deep route. Matson was the deep route in the back of the end zone. He was open. Yeah,
hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt the Wolverines, because that should have been a touchdown. So they're going to go for it here. Fourth down and a long 6. Snap. Kozel drops back to passes. Rushes out of the pocket. Looks to run. There's a flag on the play. That's probably going to come back as Kozel runs it in for the touchdown. But we'll see what's going to come back for holding. It looks like it's going to be
yellow hanky
holding on Haley Trickett. Yeah, number 67. It is holding on the Wolverines. So unfortunate. That was a nice run. The pocket collapsed on Kozel and he felt the pressure, shuffled his feet, moved up a couple feet, and saw a hole, and he took off to the end zone. But unfortunately, the holding penalty is going to bring that back, and that'll probably force the Wolverines to punt the football, Kevin.
Based on where the spot of the holding was, it's going to make it about 4th and 23.
Yeah, that looks like a little too far for our field goal kicker, and it looks like, are they going to go for it here? I don't know. It looks like Kozel's under center, so
going under center here, so
we'll see what happens. So fourth down. Snap. Kozel's back to pass. He's pressured. Throws the football, and it's incomplete. I was blocked off the plate by the light post there, right in my way. But he threw out to the right.
Yeah, Logan Chappelle was out there. Chappelle, it bounced low because Kozel was getting pressure. Good pressure on that play by the Eagles. Kozel was backpedaling too, so didn't get much on the throw.
Yeah. So turnover on down. So the fumble by the Crack Eagles does not hurt them at all, and they get a ball about 3 yards further than they turned it over at, Kevin. So first down and 10 for the Eagles. Ball's handed off, bounces it out to the right. Trapped in the backfield. Good tackle for a loss. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice play there by Matt DePonte coming off the left-hand side.
Wrapped up the ball carrier in the backfield, but he was able to get forward back to the line of scrimmage, second down and 10. Clock's running, 8:36 to go, first quarter. Neither team able to move the football effectively here in the first quarter. Shotgun formation for the Eagles. Snap. Drops back to throw. He's rushed. He throws it across the middle. Ball's popped up in the air, intercepted. And that's going to be run back for a touchdown. But, caught. Logan Thibodeau, caught the ball, caught the tip off the play. I thought he was going to take it in, but a good hustle on the play by, looks like number 1 for the Crack Eagles.
That was
didn't give up on the play and made a shoestring tackle and stopped him at the 10-yard line.
Touchdown-saving tackle there by Damian Morrell. So it looked like he was trying to go to his running back out of the backfield, and the ball bounced right up off his shoulder pad, right into Chappelle's hands, and he ran it down the right sideline.
Yep, so 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Eagles.
First and goal.
First and goal for the Wolverines. Kozel under center, hands the ball off, and blown up in the backfield. What a play. The ball was hand off to Christopher Thibodeau. Tried to go to his right, and it was a huge play by the Crack Eagles, and he drops him for it looks like a 7-yard loss on the play.
Now, if I'm reading that number right, Scott, and I think I am, it's Dorian Cheney, the quarterback.
Wow, that was a great play. I mean, literally he came through the line untouched and blew up the play in the backfield. So that's going to bring up a second down and really long. 2nd and 15 now. He lost a 5 on the play. Great defense there by the Eagles. The Wolverines get back under center. Snap. Kozel rolls out to his left, look to throw, across his body, down to the middle of the field. That's picked off at the goal line. Not a very good throw. And then back out to the 20, down to the 30, to the 40, and he's knocked out of bounds there at the 41-yard line. So it looks like, is there a flag on the play?
There is. Maybe a late hit out of bounds. I'm not sure what that was. Tamiko Williams on the interception there. Yeah, Scott, you said it. There were 3 guys, 3 white jerseys right there in front of his receiver.
Kozel looked like he looked like he forced that ball. And it's tough. He's been out for 6 weeks. He wants to make things happen. He kind of forced that one. So next time he'll look and talk to the coach. I'm sure Coach Kozel up in the upstairs above us is going to call down and tell him, hey, look, don't try to do too much. Take what they give you and don't try to make things happen. Don't force it, because he really forced that ball into three defenders and was picked off at the goal line and ran back to the 40-yard line, 45-yard line. That's where the Eagles will take over at their own 45.
It was to the 40, and it was a 5-yard penalty.
5-yard penalty.
I didn't hear what it was.
I didn't hear. It's hard to hear up here. So 1st and 10 at their own 45 for the Eagles now. 3rd possession, 2 turnovers. Back to throw. Looking long. Doesn't have anything. Rolls, takes a step up. Will gain a couple, maybe 3. He was forced out of the pocket and forced to tuck in and run, Kevin.
He was. But that was a good decision because he really didn't have anybody open. There was a receiver over here near the sideline that was open, but he had a safety not too far away, so I think he just didn't want to take the chance on throwing that.
It's a good decision by the senior for the Eagles. So 2nd down now and 6. Ball snapped in the shotgun. Back to pass. Looks over the middle. Ball, he bounces it low in front of his receiver. Incomplete.
Yeah,
that'll bring up 3rd down.
That one was intended for T.J. Murray, the senior wide receiver.
He looked like he was rushed to hurry to throw a little bit.
Now, last week we were talking about how cold it was because it was cold, and the ball was like a rock.
Yes.
So you didn't see a lot of passing last week.
So 3rd down now and 6. Snap, back to throw, looking long across the middle. And it's almost intercepted. Did it get intercepted? It looked like he dropped. Yeah, he did. Matson with the interception. So far, this game is a little bit weird. With 3 possessions for Crack, 3 turnovers, a fumble, and 2 interceptions. So not the start they were looking for, but their defense is keeping them in this football game.
4 turnovers before halfway through the 1st quarter.
Right, and their defense right now is keeping them in the football game.
This is the first drive Griswold will start in their own territory.
Great, 3rd time they've had the football. We'll see if they can move the football now. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line, their own 40-yard line. Kozel under center. Checks the defense. Motion. Hands all ball up the middle. And
Mikey Sims
rumbles for about 8 yards. Possibly 8, maybe 7.
Looks like they're going to give him 7.
2nd down and a long 3. Kozel is under center. Takes the snap, hands the ball up the middle. Have the 1st down. Sims keeps the legs driving, gains a couple of extra yards, and it gets the ball across the midfield line to the 48-yard line. So a good run play there by the Wolverines. Picks up 5 when they needed 3, and that gives the Wolverines a 1st down in Eagle territory at the 48-yard line.
So the Wolverines use that triumvirate with mostly Thibodeau. Sometimes they'll also bring in Franklin with the speed. Matson's got a little bit of power and speed, and Sims is the power.
Kozel takes the snap. The RPO to his left, and he runs out of bounds after he gains about 3.5 yards, maybe 4. They're marking him at the 45, so a gain of 3 yards. So good decision for Andrew to run out of bounds on that play. He was being chased, and we don't want to see him take on any tackler, so he just bounces it to the outside and stepped out of bounds at the 45. So that'll be second down now and 6 yards. Long 6, maybe a short 7. Kozel takes the snap, hands the ball up the middle. The line pushes up to the 40. Let's see where they mark the football. They're going to mark it just outside the 40, almost the 41. Going to bring up a third down and 3 for the Wolverines.
So 3 games ago against Montville, Wolverines had 446 yards on the ground. Logan Chappelle had 210.
That's crazy. That was a lot of long plays in that game. I was at that game, and it was a lot of offense by the Wolverines. Third down run to Sims, and it looks like he's got enough for the first down.
Yeah,
he does have the first down, so he needed 3, he got 4, and the Wolverines are driving. First down, Wolverines at the 36-yard line.
I think maybe what they're realizing here, Scott, is that the outside speed for the Eagles is just as fast as the Wolverines, so they're just trying to pound it up the middle with Sims.
So far, it's working. First and 10.
Got a guy that's 6'2", 220. Let him have it.
Kozel back to throw. He's got it wide open, and it completes it at the 21 to
Matson.
Matson catches the ball at the 21, fights off a tackle, rolls out of it, and goes across the 20 to the 19-yard line. So a good play action pass there. You always say the run sets up the pass, and that was definitely the case there. So first down and 10 for the Wolverines at the Eagle 19-yard line. Wolverines moving the football effectively here. Let's see if they can punch it in. Kozel's under center. Takes the snap, hands it up off the middle, hitting the backfield immediately, fights off a tackle, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got anything, but he did get back to the line, so that'll be second down and 10.
That was Mikey Sims again. That time Eagles are looking for that one.
Gain of 1. Short gain on the play.
So they're giving him about a foot on the play. So
we got an Eagles player. I don't know.
Looks like he's just down in his stance. He's getting in his stance.
I was kind of wondering what he was doing there.
Second down and 10 now for the Wolverines. Kozel's under center once again. Moving in the backfield.
That's Mikey Sims.
Mikey Sims jumps. So that'll move the Wolverines back 5 yards. It'll be second down and 15. So a host of mistakes, Kevin, here in the first quarter, in the early stages of the fourth quarter, or correction, the first quarter. And neither team is being able to capitalize on the other's mistakes.
Not so far. This is the longest drive of the night for either team. See if the Wolverines can punch it in on this one.
Just under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, no score. Wolverines with the ball inside the 25-yard line. Kozel looks to throw, drops straight back, passes it out to his left. Caught there at the 20, rolls down to the 15. That is Kobe Van Tine with a catch. So that will get some of the yardage back, and it'll bring about a third down in about 6, maybe about 6 yards. So 4-down territory here for the Wolverines, it appears. Motion on the play. Kozel back to throw, rolls out to his right, has time across the middle, and almost intercepted again. It was tipped away. It should have been picked off. I think they waited just a little too long to get rid of that football because I think he was looking for C.J. Matson once again, but he was open for a second. So actually it was number 22, Matthew DuPonte.
Matt DuPonte, yep.
He's
their tight end.
So again, that looked forced once again by Kozel. So we'll see what they draw up here on fourth down and a long 6.
Looks like they're going from the shotgun, Scott.
Yep. First time in the shotgun formation for the Wolverines.
Timeout,
Stop at the clock, and Correct calls a time. Oh, Wolverines call a timeout.
No, Eagles.
Okay,
Eagles.
No, the referee signaled the other way. Now we changed it.
It's incorrect.
So, this is a big decision here because you want the points, but this is I think it's a little too far out of their field goal range, especially on a cold night. The field doesn't look too bad. So, hey, let's take a quick break. We're going to come right back with the fourth down play. You're listening to Griswold Wheeler Football on SNSN.
Also have a dress costume to get $25. Just contact the Booster Club for info or at the DHS office. And Project Safe Graduation, they're running their 2020 fundraisers. They're having a Thanksgiving.
All right, we're back here at Griswold High School, 0-0, late in the first quarter. Wolverines driving, but right now this drive is kind of stalled. They have a 4th down and 7, long 6. They're in the shotgun formation now for the first time tonight. Referee blows the whistle to reset the play, and here we go.
Trips right here, Scott.
Motion to the left, back out to the right. Snap. Kozel rolls out to his right. Has a man looking downfield, wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Griswold.
Logan Chappelle.
Logan Capel, number 5, was a wide open in the middle of the field. I don't know how he snuck through there, but here he was right there, and a well-designed play by the Wolverines, and that gives them the lead. Nice throw there by Kozel.
He had options there, and he had time. Again, they kind of did a little bit of what they did on that pass that Madsen had dropped. They had somebody short, somebody medium, somebody deep. Chappelle was deep. But instead, this time they took the short guy and went to the sideline. The medium guy went down the sideline, and then Chappelle was in the middle of the front.
Extra point is good here by the Wolverines, so they take the 7-0 lead with 2:05 to go in the first quarter. And that's what they were missing, my opinion, even though they won all but one game when Curtin Quinn was the quarterback. I still think they were missing that dynamic of Kozel's being able to roll out and extend the play.
Yeah, there was definitely a situation where there wasn't much of a threat of a pass with Quinn in there. He did throw a few times, and he threw relatively well. But when Kozel's in there, you don't know exactly what they're going to do.
Right. So that was a perfect example.
15-yard scoring pass there to Chappelle. Chappelle's had a really good year this year. He's done a lot on offense, but defensively, he certainly is one of the guys on defense that brings it every week.
And the Wolverines have a stout defense. I mean, even though we talked earlier, the Waterford game was ugly, they held Waterford to 14 points, which is not easy to do.
Yeah, up until that point, I think the lowest point total from Waterford was the loss that they had, and they still scored 28.
Right. Here's the kickoff from the Wolverines. There's a high kick taken at the 18-yard line, or the 24-yard line, sorry. Dragged down at the 38, 39-yard line. Number 12 for Krek, Jaden Giat. He's a freshman wide receiver with a 12-yard return, and that's where the Eagles will start their fourth drive of the game here in the first quarter, trailing 7-0 to the Wolverines. They like to run the ball from the shotgun formation. Looks like they have two running backs in the backfield, 2 wide receivers. Motion to the left, handoff, run to the right, across the 40 to the 45 to the 50, breaks across the 40 to the 45 to the 35 down to the 30, where he's forced out of bounds.
That was a nice run there. Number 15, Julius Mendez.
Nice misdirection there by the Eagles. Big gain on the play. It'll gain them 46 yards, 45 yards. And they'll have a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of the Wolverines. Quarterback's in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers right. Snap, handoff up the middle. Stopped in the backfield big time by the Wolverines, number 66, Isaiah Clark, with a big stop. And that maybe that will pump up the Wolverines' defense here to push them back once again. Loss of 5 on the play, almost 5 on the play, so that'll bring up a 2nd down and 15.
Mendez, 35-yard gain, 5-yard loss.
Snap, drops back to throw, looks to his right, caught at the 24-yard line, forced out of bounds. Clocks will still run. Good play, good tackle there by Logan Chappelle to hold him to a 6-yard gain.
That looked like number 7, Tamiko Williams on the catch there.
3rd down and 7 for the Eagles. Shotgun formation once again. 4 wide receiver set, one back in the backfield. Drops back to pass, looks to his left, across the middle. Oh, caught!
Nice catch.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Number 2, TJ Murray. It
Yeah.
was Franklin and him both went up for the ball, but Franklin timed his jump. Just he was a little bit too quick.
Right through his hands and right to the receiver, right at the 1 yard line. That would have been their 4th turnover in 4 possessions, but unfortunately for the Wolverines, it went right through Franklin's hands, right into the receiver's hands for the touchdown. So a nice little drive here quickly. A good answer by the Eagles as they line up to go for 2 here. Same formation, 4 wide receivers set, 1 back. Shotgun across the middle, and it's almost intercepted. So broken up. So the extra point attempt is no good for the Eagles. So that makes the score 7-6 with 39.5 seconds to go. You're listening to Wolverine football only on SNSN.
13-0, Mike? Was that killing?
Off, going left to right. A slow bouncer picked up by the Wolverines at the 35, across the 50 to the 45, down to the 43-yard line goes the ball carrier.
It's not a number. Oh, that was Chaikow, 21. Okay.
Yep.
I was kind of looking. I'm like 20. It looked like 24. I'm like,
Given Chaikow, yep.
So
That was a kind of a
Chaikow.
weird, like quasi onside kick where they bounced the ball about 7 yards downfield, went right to Chaikow. He picked it up and he ran it back for a about 30-yard gain. So once again, the Wolverines will be starting in outstanding field position. Let's see if they can take it to the house again. 1st down and 10 now, Wolverines. Kojul hands the ball off to Matson, who breaks it across the 35 down to the 31-yard line to the near sideline.
Looks like you got a 1st down there, Scott.
Yeah, 1st down. So he picked up 11 yards on the play. So a 1st down for the Wolverines. They'll move the ball once again. They lead the game 7-6 with about 20 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter.
It's probably the last play of the quarter.
Trying to get one more off here. And the pitch back to the right. Chappelle takes it across to the 30, down to the 25, down to the 23. And that's going to be where we'll pick it up to start the 2nd quarter. What, a 8-yard run by Chappelle. Looks like a 9-yard run now. They're moving the sticks. And that's where we're going to end the 1st quarter. So Wolverines on the move once again. They lead the game 7-6 over Crack. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back for the 2nd quarter action. You're listening to Wolverine Wheeler football only on SNSN. Wolverine Wheeler? Doesn't sound right.
The Griswold Model UN is selling Griswold blankets to raise money for their club. If you'd like to buy one, and support them, they're at the bottom of the bleachers in front of the field. And they're selling blankets, and you can help out and get a nice Griswold blanket. Maybe use it to keep warm tonight. Griswold boosters always run our concession stand at all these home games. They do a great job, and please support the boosters. And
Griswold Wheeler Wolverines and the Crack Eagles from Enfield. The Wolverines lead it right now, 7-6 at the start of the second quarter, and they have the football 2nd down and 1 at the 24-yard line of Craig. First play of the second quarter, handoff up the middle. Gains the yard he needed, maybe in a few more. And that's going to be another first down to the Eagles inside the 20-yard line, just inside the 20-yard line. So just a little bit above the 19, so about halfway.
So Sims needed 1. He got 3.
He got 3 on that. So first down and 10 Wolverines. So far, their running game has been effective, and they're just throwing enough passes to keep the defense on their toes. But 1 interception for Kozel and almost another one on the two passes that he should not have thrown. Kozel takes the snap, hands up off the middle, stuffed there, and driven back across the other side of the 20 for a loss of about a yard.
That was Sims again.
And that'll bring up 2nd down and 11.
They went a little different look there on that one, Scott. They went to a power I formation with the fullback in there.
And they did, which is trying to confuse the defense. But they were, the Eagles' defense was ready for it, and they stopped the Wolverines cold on that one for a short loss. Mikey Sims on that carry. So 2nd down and 11. Kozel back under center. Again with the power I. Motion to the right. Here's a pitch back to the right. Takes it, bounces to the outside of the numbers to the 18 to the 17. That's where he's forced out of bounds. That's C.J. Matson for the Wolverines. So a short pickup. They're going to give him
about the 18
and a half yard line. So it looked like maybe he got another yard than that, but that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Wolverines. And again, I expect 4-down territory. So far, the Wolverines have shown us that they are reluctant to kick that field goal and just try to get the point, try to put the ball into the end zone.
They have brought in Logan Chappelle in the backfield.
Kozel drops back to throw. He's pressured, tries to get up the middle, and he's taken down back behind the 20. So everything they just gained on that last play, this play they lose it, and they're right back to where they were again. It'll be 4th down and 11. Kozel tried to get away, run up the middle of the field, but the defender from Craig reached out, grabbed him by the ankle, and dragged him down. So
getting the play from the sideline. Quick ECC score update at the end of the first quarter. Killingly 20, East Lyme nothing.
Good news for Killingly fans, not so much for East Lyme fans. 4th down and 11 now. Kozel drops back to throw, pressured, little screen pass to Mikey Sims. Out to the right side. The ball's over a defender, down to the 10, to the 5, down to the 4. What a play there. That was all Mikey Sims on that little short screen pass, Kevin.
It was, because he had 3 guys coming at him. He deked them all, went down the sideline, and then Damian Morrell tried to come up and challenge him. He lost that battle.
Yeah, when you're going against Mikey Sims, you better be ready to take that hit because he's not running out of bounds. So 1st and goal now for the Wolverines. Great play on 4th down. And that was a great individual effort by Mikey Sims on that play, putting Griswold in a great position here at the 5-yard line. Handed up to Sims again up the middle, barrels down to the 1-yard line, right at just inside the 1-yard line. So we're going to be 2nd down and goal from about the 2-foot line.
Yeah, I think they're probably just taking the theory. Sims got us here, so let's let him finish.
Yeah, let him finish the play. Wouldn't be surprised to see maybe Kozel running up the middle here, but give it back to Sims again. Motion to the right. Here's Sims up the middle, pushing the pile. Did he get in?
He's in.
Nope, they're calling him down.
Come on, he's not down. He was in all day.
I mean, that's inches. So we'll see where they go. I mean, that's half the length of a football right there. So it's 3rd down now.
They didn't go right over the center. They went off guard that time.
They did go off guard.
A little to the right.
And
we'll
Sims
see
kept,
if they do something a little different this time.
Sims kept the legs driving, but the Eagles defenders were right there to push him back. So just a little bit on the play. So 3rd down and goal from the 6-inch mark. Kozel's under center. Motions to his right. Hands the ball up to Sims, and
nice play by the Eagles.
Dove down. He got back to the line, but number 7, that's Tamiko Williams, wide receiver defensive back, junior, made a fantastic play for the Eagles and grabbed him by the ankle and stopped him from short touchdown, and he's back to that line of scrimmage. Maybe back a little bit further. It looks like he's at the 1 yard line now. So a big play here for the correct defense.
So that was interesting, Scott. Both Koziel and center Byron Scarpellini came over to the sideline to get the play.
Maybe a little trickeration here by the Wolverines. Snap, hand it off the middle to Sims, and he's in.
They pushed him in.
Touchdown,
Nice.
Wolverines. Great drive there by the Wolverines. And it's only fitting that Mikey Sims gets the touchdown after he single-handedly put them down there in position for that score anyway, Kevin.
So he touched the ball 7 times on that drive.
Outstanding.
6 rushes and 1 pass.
They definitely earned that one right there, did the Wolverines and Mikey Sims. And they lead the game 13-6 right now.
Extra points no good. It was a little low.
It's a little bit low. But Wolverines, they lead by a touchdown. 7:05 to go, second quarter. Wolverines lead the game 13-6. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back for the kickoff. You're listening to Griswold Wheeler football on SNSN. All right, we're back here in Griswold, and we missed the kickoff, and the Craig Eagles return the ball back to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start here in their first drive of the second quarter. They trail the game 13-6.
So that was a 12-play, 43-yard drive.
Outstanding, a good clock killer as well. So 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. They have the football. Handoff rolled out to the right. Bounces to the outside the numbers, and he's dragged down after a gain of about 4 yards.
That was Tamika Williams on that carry.
Brings up 2nd down and 6 for Craig. Same formation again. Does 4 wide receivers, 1 back. Shotgun formation. Snap. Drops back to throw. Looks over to the middle. Checks left. Plenty of time. Now he's going to roll to his right and throw downfield. And he's got a man at the 45. Hits him, and he's going to go all the way for the touchdown.
No flags.
No flags. Yep. It looked like Wolverines had a chance to get him.
That was number
1, Devin Chaikow, had a chance for the tackle. He missed him, and he said he stepped out of bounds, but as we know in high school, there's no replay. So they're going to give that touchdown to the Eagles.
Yeah,
and a nice scoring drive. That was a quick scoring drive, another quick answer.
Kinley needed the replay last week.
That was a 72-yard touchdown pass. They'll line up for the extra point. They are not going to kick it.
Nah, they're going for 2 here, Scott.
Trips right. Shotgun. Snap. Looks to his left, and it's thrown towards the middle. Defended well there by Mikey Sims, and that's incomplete. So no good, and it's going to remain a Griswold lead 13-12, 5:07 to go in the second quarter. We'll take a break, come back for the kickoff. You're listening to Wolverine football on SNSN. Okay, back here in Griswold for the kickoff. Crack will kick right to left to the Wolverines. It's a high pop-up. Picked up by the Wolverines at the 32. Comes back down to the near sideline, across the 35 to the 40, to the 45 to the 50, down to the 47, almost to the 46, and he's forced out of bounds. There still is number 11, Colby Van Tyne.
That was Chaikow, yep.
Was it Chaikow?
Yeah,
I was thinking
that was
11.
Chaikow.
Okay, so Chaikow with the carry. A good return for the Wolverines, sets them up in excellent field position once again. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the correct 47-yard line. So now, after a little bit of feeling out and turnover central there in the first few drives of the game, Kevin, we've got ourselves a back-and-forth game.
Yeah, and both times the Wolverines have scored, Crack has come right back and answered.
Yeah. So let's see if the Wolverines can keep it going here. Keep that momentum going, the Mikey Sims momentum, we'll call it. It's Kozel back to throw. Good protection. Now the pocket collapses.
Yeah, number 78. He's a force of nature out there. He's a big boy there for the Eagles.
That's a loss of 9 yards on the play, so not a good decision.
Zykair Daly.
Yeah, it was tough. It looked like Kozel had some time. That pocket collapsed very quickly, and that kid came rushing up the middle, and Andrew had nowhere to go. So 2nd down and a mile now for the Wolverines. They're back in on their own side of the football field. We're going to call it 2nd down and 19. 18. They are at their own 46-yard line. Shotgun now for the Wolverines. Trips left. And there is a
Griswold timeout.
Timeout called. That's their 2nd now for the Wolverines. Oh, no, that's their 1st. The last timeout was called by Kreck. So we'll see what happens here. That was not encouraging for the Wolverines as they lost 8 yards on that last play on the sack. So that puts them in a tough spot.
Coaches are all fired up in the huddle on the sideline there.
Yeah, the offensive linemen got to do a better job on that because, Kozel looked like he had some time, but then as quick as that pocket collapsed, it gave him nothing, and he really had nowhere to even go on that. So Kreck has been getting some good pressure on Kozel in this game so far, but he's been able to escape it most of the time, but not that time.
Yeah, and the one time that they threw that screen pass to Sims on that last drive, it was a jailbreak to Kozel, but he flipped it out and they got 18 yards on that. So maybe they want to start thinking that they're going to pass to do plays like that instead.
Okay, 2nd down and 18. Kozel takes a snap, rolls to his left, sidearms it out to
Chaikow
catches it at the 50, picks up another 4 yards, and it gets it down to the 46-yard line. So it looks like they got all the yardage back, almost all the yardage back that they lost. So it's a 7-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Clock is still running with 4:42 to go before the half. Griswold has a 1-point lead, 13-12. 3rd down and 11 now as the play comes in from the sideline. Twin wide receivers both sides. One back in the shotgun. Kozel takes the snap, rolls to his right. Looking, has the play. Has Chaikow at the 33, across the 20, down to the 10, to the 5, and he's dragged down by a horse collar at the 1-yard line. They're calling a touchdown on the play.
They called the touchdown, but there's a flag for crackback block on Chappelle.
Wow. I wish I could have seen that. 2 flags on the play, but he was also dragged down by a horse collar on that play.
They didn't throw a flag on that. They threw a flag on the block by Chappelle. But it's certainly way down the field, and if it's far enough, it might still give them a 1st down.
So we'll see what the referee is going to call here.
Flags are about the 22, 23-yard line.
It's moving them back, though they're not going to get the 1st down. Crackback block on the Wolverines. So
it's going to leave them about
3 yards short. It's going to be 4th down now. Sorry, it'll stay 3rd down. And they had a touchdown. That was a great play. Chaikow took the ball at the 33-yard line, cut to the middle of the field, and he actually scored a touchdown, but they called it back on the illegal block. So 3rd down and 3 for the Wolverines. Another shotgun. Kozel throws a ball up to Chappelle, and he has the ball at the 19-yard line and catches it, runs out of bounds at the 17. So that was like almost a pop-up throw by Kozel. Like he just floated it out there. And I think that if he had put a little bit more under that, that could have been a touchdown. So
still good enough for
Wolverine first down.
22 yards.
Kozel still shaking the rust off. But he had
he did put a little too much air.
Under that one. He had put that ahead of. He had to put that ahead of
now you're on.
the receiver. He would have scored a touchdown easily. Here's a throw out to the right. Almost intercepted.
Nice play there.
Number 74 for the Eagles.
76, yeah,
Roderick
Matthews.
Yes. Yep. Big kid. He got in the way of that little pop out to the right. I'm sorry, to his left, to Kozel's left side. And if he'd have caught that, he'd have been off to the races on that one. So second down now and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Keep her warm.
Yeah, that looked like he was trying to go to Franklin on the weak side there, Scott. And Franklin is one of, if not the fastest guy on the team.
Here's another shotgun. Kozel rolls to his right. He's pressured. He's going to get sacked at the 20-yard line.
No
Breaks
chance.
the 30. Zero chance. No blocking at all from the Wolverines offensive line. They look like the Giants on that play.
Jeremiah Ramos on that one, the sack.
So not where they want to go. Another 10-yard loss for the Wolverines. Clock is still running now with 3:19 to go before the half. Third down and 19. Third down and 20 for the Wolverines. And Coach Wilcox cannot be happy about that.
Well, let's see if they can get maybe half of it back here, Scott, and then worry about the fourth down play from there.
So 4 wide receiver set now. Kozel audibles off, takes a snap. He's looking to his left. He's going to throw deep down the sideline. He's got a man. Caught. No, he's calling it incomplete. He doesn't have it. He didn't have I don't think. Oh, no, he did have the football.
Franklin was either out of bounds or he juggled it.
He must have juggled it. That was right at the marker, too.
It was, and it's the far side of the field for us folks, so very difficult to tell.
Kind of hard to see that, so we'll see what they like to do here. Fourth down and a mile. Fourth down and 20. Fourth and 22 now with 2:47 to go. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I would consider maybe a pooch punt and try to pin him deep, but looks like Coach Wilcox is going to go for it here. 4 wide receivers in the game for the Wolverines. Snap. Kozel's forced out of his pocket to his left. Looks, throws on the run. Down the sideline, he's got a man.
Touchdown.
Caught for the touchdown.
Touchdown.
What a good play. That was a fantastic throw. That was a well-designed play and a well-executed play by the Wolverines. Kozel dropped back about 6 yards. Looked, had nothing, rolled to his left, threw across his body on the left, rolling to his left, and found Franklin in the end zone for a touch. Or sorry, that was it was Anthony Franklin in the far corner, as far away as you could possibly get from us, in the far corner of the end zone for the touchdown. So well executed by the Wolverines, and that gives them a 19-12 lead right now. They're going up for the extra point. They're going to go for 2.
28-yard strike there from Kozel to Franklin.
Another big fourth down play for the Wolverines as well. They were very good on fourth down tonight. So Wolverine lines up for the extra point. Timeout called by the Wolverines. They have 1 left now before the half. So that was, again, when we say that the fourth down play calls by the Wolverines has been spectacular tonight. I mean, the first one, Mikey Sims rumbled down, bowled over a couple defensemen and picked up the big first down. That one they went for it all on fourth and a mile, 4th and 19 or 4th and 22, and they end up with a touchdown and a beautiful throw by Kozel to Franklin in the corner of the end zone. So
Franklin was just standing there all by himself.
He was
all by his lonesome.
Yeah, and
waiting for the ball.
You kind of wonder, what these kids are thinking when they let a kid get behind them like that, and he got lost in the backfield somehow. In the defensive backfield. So good for the Wolverines. That gives them the lead there. Extends their lead now to 7.
That's really a discipline thing on the defense, right? When you're that far away from the quarterback, if he starts to roll out, why are you even coming up?
Don't.
Stay with the receiver.
He's still not going to gain the 22 yards. You know what I mean?
By the
The
time
odds of
he
him
passes
getting
the
that.
line of scrimmage, you got plenty of time to come up.
Absolutely. He's got a long way to go. So because he's running an extra 6, 7, 8 yards from where he rolled out from. So he's going to have to run 35 yards just to get the first down. When it's like that, you can't let anybody get behind you. So here come the Wolverines now. The extra point. It's a run up the middle, and it's run in
Nice.
by Koziel. Koziel right up the middle, untouched for the extra point. So that's going to extend the Wolverines' lead to 9. They lead at 21-12. We are going to take a break, come back for the last 2.5 minutes. You're listening to Wolverine football exclusively on SNSN.
You got a palindrome.
All right, we're on. Yeah.
During the halftime today, we'll be having the alumni chamber choir.
Score check, score check.
On the field. We'll also have the GHS cheerleaders and the GHS band.
Thumbs up. You got a thumb? Oh. There it is.
Yard touchdown strike from Koziel to Franklin, and then the 2-point conversion run in by Koziel. During the break, Kevin and I were talking. That was a well-executed drive by Koziel. It looks like he's banging that rust off. So 2 really good throws by him on that drive. We said he was 3 for 4, and that one was a penalty. So here's the kickoff. It's picked up at the 15-yard line, bobbled, and then
Nice
picked up
tackle.
once again. And a good tackle by the Wolverines, and only a gain of 5 on the return. So the Eagles will start first down and 10 at their 20-yard line with 2:28 to go.
That was
in the first half.
Tyler Farwell on the tackle there.
Great special teams there, execution by the Wolverines.
Tyler's played really well on special teams this year, and when he's had to come in and sub, like when Koziel was out, because Koziel plays both ways, or did, he would sub in sometimes at safety as well.
So first and 10 now for Kreck. No, Griswold's got to be careful because every time they scored, Kreck has answered quickly.
So they have a 72-yard pass.
Yeah, last time there was a
touchdown.
72-yarder. So they'll have trips left here, and there's a quarterback drops back to pass. He's going to run it. He tucks it, and he gains about a yard, maybe 2, before he's brought down on the play.
Yeah, I think Mikey
by Cody
Sims,
Van Teen. Yeah, Cody Van
Sims
Teen was in on that one as well.
Spying him on that one, making sure he didn't get too far.
Second down and 7 for the Eagles. Shotgun. Pass out to the right, but it's maybe a yard on the play. It was a short play. The receiver went down to get it. And in high school is the same. As soon as his knee goes down, he's down, whether he's touched or not. Not the same rules as professional football. Third down now and 7 after no gain on the play. Clock is running with 1:45 to go before the half. Shotgun once again, trips to the left, back to pass. Looking, rolls to his right. Going to throw on the run. He's got a man, and he throws it down into the dirt.
Incomplete.
It would have been a first down, but it fell incomplete at the 32-yard line, so it's going to bring up a fourth down now. And if you're correct now, you probably want to punt the football.
This will be the first punt.
It will be the first punt for the game, yeah. No one's punted the football yet.
The first 3 drives, they turned it over. The last 2, they scored.
They scored, and then
and Griswold hasn't punted it either because they've either
scored or turned it over as well.
Turned it over or turned it over on downs.
Yep. So that does stop the clock, too, with 1:33 to go. As Craig tries to get all their personnel on the field, they better hurry up because they're starting to run out of time. And it'll push them back even further. So if Wolverines play it right, they can have some excellent field position here.
Looking to block it.
Short punt. Bounces at the 42-yard line and takes a Wolverine bounce and just dies right at the 42. So no return on the play. That's only a net of about 19 yards. That's only a net of about 9 yards on that punt. So not very good. It was almost blocked, and I think the punter just towed it on that, and it died right at the 42-yard line. So the Wolverines have excellent field position at the correct 42, trying to extend that lead here before the half.
They have 1 timeout.
They do have 1 more timeout. Kreck has 2. Wolverines have 4 wide receivers in the game again. Koziel's in the shotgun. He takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Matson, and looks to his right, throws, ball's out, And it's picked up by Craig, but they're going to call it incomplete. It looks like he was hit as he threw. Kojal's still down on his knees.
Well, that was interesting because the referee threw his beanbag like it was a fumble.
Yeah.
But one of the umpire actually was saying it was incomplete.
So luckily for the Griswold dodged a bullet there, and luckily Kojal took a bang from behind, and he got up. He got up slowly, but he got up. So he walks back to the huddle, gets the play from the sideline. Clock is stopped after the incompletion with 1:14 to go. 2nd down and 10 now. 4 wide receivers set. Kojal back to pass. No time again. Instead of taking the hit this time, he just goes down, and he's literally got no time, Kevin. I mean, the correct defensive line is blowing up the Wolverine line, and it's just giving Kojal no time to throw the football. Even in the shotgun, when he should have more time, he's got nothing.
Yeah, and that was a deep loss, about 7 yards,
Yeah,
so that's going to hurt.
Craig's going to use one of their 2 remaining timeouts now with 1:06 to go in the first half, and they are trying to get the ball back. Now, a stop here, and they could get the ball back if they can stop the Wolverines here on this 3rd down and 17.
It's funny because the scoreboard keeps changing the number of timeouts for Griswold. We know they only have 1, but before that drive started, it said they had 4. Then it had it correctly at 1. Now it's at 3.
Okay.
So somebody's doing some creative accounting over there. But now it's 1 timeout for both teams left here in the first half.
All right, so Wolverines back on the field now. They're going to go 4 wide receivers, 2 wide receivers right, 2 wide receivers left. Runner in the backfield, it's Matson with quarterback Kojal in the shotgun. He takes a snap, and it was a high snap, brings it down. Now he's got a little bit of time, throwing deep down the field. He's got a man, it's pass interference, but he's caught the ball anyway. Yep. That was Logan Chappelle with the catch. He caught it around by the 19-yard line. He was interfered with. Referee saw it through the flag, but he still caught it, and he rolled ahead for a few more yards. It's probably going to be a declined penalty there.
That would be my assumption. Let Logan and Koziel have that stat.
Pass interference on the defense. Penalty is declined indeed. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Wolverines.
And at high school and college, it's not a spot penalty.
Right.
It's 15 yards.
15 yards.
That wouldn't even have given them a 1st down.
No, it would not have. So that's they're going to have 1st down and 10 now, just north of the 10-yard line. They're going to have tight formation. 2 wide receivers to the left. Shotgun snap. Kojal's pressured, throws it. It was tipped at the line and almost intercepted. Tipped on the play there by number 12, Jaden Giat, the freshman defensive end. So 2nd down and 10 now from the 14-yard line. Kojal looks to get the play from the sideline.
He's going to have to hurry up a little bit here.
Yeah, time is running. 44.6 to go.
The play clock, though. It's
play clock, yeah.
Play
clock is running.
Delay the game. There you go.
Here's a motion to the left and a pass out to the left to Matson. He's got it down to the 10.
Touchdown.
To the 5, touchdown. C.J. Matson took a swing pass from Kojal, his 3rd touchdown pass of the night. And he took it to the house, 14 yards on the touchdown. And the Wolverines have extended their lead now to 27-12 with the extra point to come.
So when you throw in that sack, that's a 48-yard drive on 4 plays.
Outstanding. So a little rusty here in the it's blocked. That extra point's blocked. So it's going to remain 27-12. The Wolverines will have a 15-point lead now with 36 seconds to go in the first half. So we're seeing a lot of encouraging things from the Wolverines after that rusty little start that we had in the first quarter. But so far their execution has in big plays, Kevin, has been really good.
The screen passes, I mean, they've had a couple of nice screen passes tonight where it's really worked out. Sims on that 4th down play that led to one of their touchdowns with him going over the goal line for a yard, and then Matson there. Run that screen pass for 14 yards and a TD.
So, and what that does, that's going to creep the defense up a little bit on those long yardage plays. Their defense will probably try to cheat up a little bit and maybe open up more downfield for Kozel in the second half, because that's the third time I think they've been victimized by a short pass that went for big yards or a touchdown. So here we go with the kick now. Ball's teed up at the 40. It's away. It's a low-line drive picked up at the 17-yard line, across the 20 to the 25 at the 30, across the 35 and out to the 39-yard line. And that's where Kreck will start with 28.9 seconds to go until halftime. So we'll see if the Wolverines can hold here. Don't let anybody behind you.
They still don't have the timeouts right on the board. Griswold's correct now at 1, but they still have 2 for Kreck.
Kreck only has 1 timeout left. So here we go. 28.9 to go. Kreck has triple wide receivers to the left. Low snap picked up by the quarterback. He looks, rolls to his left, trying to throw on the run, dumps it off at the 49, and over to out to the 50 when he's out of bounds. Gain of 11. It's going to stop the clock and give the Eagles a first down. 19.8 now to go. Got to be careful here. A lot of teams like to run trick plays in this situation where they've got long yardage, maybe a flea flicker or a reverse. So 5 wide receivers in the game now. Quarterback drops back to throw. He's under pressure. Hits a man at the 44 or at the 46. That's where he's dropped.
They're going to take a timeout.
3-yard play now.
One. They did. They
do
used
it.
Their last timeout.
10.8 to go. They'll have the ball second down and 5. Second down and 6. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the conclusion of the first half. You're listening to Wolverine Football on SNSN.
Timeout call. That should be the last timeout of the half.
Okay, we're back now in Griswold with 10.8 to go before the half. Kreck with the football at the Griswold 45. No timeouts now for the Kreck. Here's a snap. Quarterback drops back, looks to throw long down the field, thrown into coverage, and it's knocked down.
Devin Chaikow knocked it down.
Devin Chaikow knocked it down. There's still 4.4 seconds to go. Now, I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what happens on this play. I might have caught that and then we could let the clock run out, but don't want to give a team another chance. It's like dropping a foul pop there,
Chaikow does have the speed to take it back.
He does.
So,
but then you're giving this team another chance to put points on the board, to make a big play. So that's like in baseball when a guy drops a pop fly. Okay, all 5 wide receivers in the game now for the Eagles. Last play of the half, barring a defensive penalty. Quarterback drop back. He's pressured, throws out to his right, and it's dropped. And that's going to be the last play of the half as time runs out to 0. So a slow start, but a great finish to the first half. The Wolverines lead it 27-12. You're listening to Wolverine Football exclusively on SNSN. We'll be back.
Listening.
Alumni Santa Clara on the field. We're going to have the DHS cheerleaders and the DHS band performing. The Griswold High School choral program and choral program alum are going to perform the Griswold High School alma mater.
One guy was standing in line, had his legs locked like this.
Taper strong, guys. She needs to stay. You're really going to get the floor. You're keeping your arms on.
You just have a game to show it. Tape. We need a tape showing. So he doesn't run out.
Here you go. What's going on there? Hey, you said take years to them all, Mike.
What's that? They need a lot of tape. Huh?
We're selling him. Really? $4?
So what do you do?
We're desperate parents.
What do you do for like? Then I think orange.
Thank you.
You charge it quick?
Quick.
No, but quick enough until they kick it.
It's not going to do much.
I didn't know which app to go to. I sent you the alumni song. Did it for mine.
Cool.
I don't know what you'll be able to do with it, but
Thank you. Got some good footage.
not done yet. I'm getting a quick charge and then
I don't know if it'll be enough.
yeah, but at least you showed me the bottom. I didn't even know which after this one, try to get back to.
Why would you do
Try calling you.
It's just the web browser.
I'll go down there when I got 20. I'll go over on her when I got
20. Live footage. There you are. So, give me a score update. All right. Okay, so we're gonna kick that bucket. All right. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, nice one round of applause for your Wolverine marching band. And another nice round of applause for our cheerleading team. They were fantastic. Give it up for the cheerleaders.
Yeah. We'll keep charging until.
That's good footage.
Can you like my research?
Enrique, little Enrique. Good volume for this little thing. Oh, yay! The orchestrator.
You put out the fall for the one Facebook. So if my sister was paying attention, she could have pumped some 45 years ago.
Absolutely. Yes, never joined the Griswold High School Forum Alumni page. Facebook. Class.
Hey, it's all about you, church. All about you, church.
Sound is coming from the front. Just FYI. To reduce a little bit.
Yeah.
If I can hear you anymore, it's just going to be... I had it up higher to get the chorus, and then you hear everything happening in here. What? No big deal.
Don't trust her with me.
This I'm putting on full, so I'm listening to those guys. So if they go live, right now they're muted, so I can go back on. But and I'm ready. See my camera? I'm ready.
They're still talking right now.
But they're just talking about the game. They're talking about other stuff.
No, my phone is dying. I gotta go put it on the charger in the car.
We're going to have the raffle for the
Oh, wait a minute. I gotta wait.
Griswold High School
Call my
Catholic
name.
State Graduation
Call my name.
Turkey Basket Raffle.
So, keep behaving in school?
You know, it's 3 sets to nothing. Was that close set or was that blowout?
What'd you say?
You know, it's 3-0. Was it both sets or blowout?
First one was a blowout. Second one was close. Third was they knew they were done.
The winner of the Turkey Basket Raffle is Christy Beausoleil.
Really? Christy? Senior mom, way to go.
You have this one turkey basket, and you'll be notified by the Private State Graduation. Thank you.
She's here, I saw her.
That's our Sarah.
I'm gonna have to get some of those clips from us. I can use that. I put it together in our.
Yeah, as soon as we have
We're still trying to secure Erin to the building. She's up here, Mrs. Plonin, trying to be secured to the announcer's booth with duct tape. And she'll be here throughout the game. It's $2 a strip. And the high school class with the most participation is taking her up over the class 5. This benefits Project Safe Graduation. Taking up the principal.
More on the legs. I know. I'll do it. here to say hi. Bruno's just kind of striking. You want Bruno in. Double-sided tape, or green.
Welcome back after a long break. We are getting ready for the second half here, about a minute away or so. Griswold will get the football to start the second half, and Kevin, they started off slow. We talked about that in the first half before we took the break. Turnover, and then they caught fire. Mikey Sims, I think that was the play that really kick-started the Wolverines, got their offense really moving. Was that fourth down play, 4th and 11. They went for it. They threw that little dump off to Sims, and he bowled over 3 kids on his way to the end zone, and then they just took off from there. So they're playing good. We say I think 131 yards for Koziel and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, 9 of 15, 131 yards, 3 touchdowns and an interception.
Yeah, that's really good.
Sims had the other TD on that drive.
So if there's any question whether Andrews is ready to come back, well, I think he answered that there in the second quarter for the Wolverines. So a lot to look forward to here in the second half. The Wolverines have a 15-point lead. They lead at 27-12, and they will get the football to start the second half.
Quick updates here from ECC action. Killingly 27-7 in the second half against East Lyme. Plainfield 23-12 over Montville in the third quarter.
Wow.
And it's a tie. Ledyard Stonington 14-14 as well in the third quarter.
Montville hanging around there. Plainfield better be careful. That's setting up to be a fantastic game here on Thanksgiving Day for the Wolverines and the Plainfield Panthers. So here we go. The Eagles, after much debate, we determined it is the Eagles. Will kick off from the 40-yard line going left to right to the Wolverines. Here's the kick. It's a decent kick, picked up at the 20, a little bobble. He picks it up and across the 20 to the 30, to the 40, to the 45, makes a move, and he's going to the house. Here's a good block there. And that is a touchdown for the Wolverines.
No flags.
No flags. Kobe Van Tyne.
That was Logan Chappelle in the touchdown.
I'm sorry, Logan Chappelle.
That little block.
That was Jaden Curtin Quinn.
That was Belial, number 9.
Was it number 9? Okay.
Sometimes.
Trevor, it's hard to see for me to see. I'm all over the place.
That was Belial. It was just enough to have that guy pursuing Chappelle.
Yeah, he didn't really block him. I think he just more like he got in his way.
Exactly.
So a great job. So, hey, if you wanted to make a statement to start the second half, that's the way you do it. It's 33-12. We're getting ready to attempt the extra point here. They're not going to kick.
They're going to go for 2, it looks like.
They're rolling Koziel back out there again. So they're trying to go for 2 to make it a 35-12 lead for the Wolverines. Tight formation now, 1 back. Koziel takes the snap, hands it off, run off tackle for the 2 points. Thibodeau runs it in, and that will give the Wolverines the 2-point conversion, and that puts their lead now at 35-12 with only 15 seconds taken off the clock here to start the second half. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll give the correct Eagles the football. You're listening to Wolverine Football on SNSN. The second half on an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Logan Chappelle. Kickoff now, Wolverines right to left. A low bouncer picked up at the 37-yard line by the Eagles and dropped at the 38. A big hit there by number 1, Anthony Franklin. So no gain on the return. And the Eagles will start first down and 10 at their own 37. Going to give them forward progress to the 40. So I think that's a generous spot, if you ask me. So first down and 10 from the 40-yard line is where the Eagles will start. Same trips left. Fakes the hands off, dumps it out to the left. Has some room, goes up the sideline, is ridden out of bounds there, right around the first down marker at the 50-yard line.
I believe it looks like they're going to give it to him, Scott.
They're going to give it to him right. Here's a flag on the play. So they marked the ball at the 50, but that's going to come back. Holding on the offense, so that's going to cost the Eagles 10 yards. It's going to actually be a 20-yard play because they'll go back to the original line of scrimmage and mark off 10.
20-yard change in field position.
Yep. They had that's really a little swing pass to the left to the running back. He picked up 10 on the play, but the holding is going to bring that back. And it's going to be first down and 20 now.
That was actually a lateral because it was behind.
It was behind. It was behind. It was.
So
it looked like he
had
threw
he
it.
Missed that.
That could have been a live football.
Could have been a live football.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Here's a snap, low snap, picked up, jumped over the top, and nobody on the Wolverines fooled right there. And it looks like he's going to gain a couple yards. They had him stopped for a loss, but he wiggled out of a tackle.
Yeah, it looks like he got about 4 there.
He gained about 3 or 4 yards. That's going to make second down and 18 now. Sorry, they're calling it a 2nd and 21 on the scoreboard, so we'll see.
Don't trust.
Here's a snap, thrown out to the left, and he skips it to his receiver, number 2, T.J. Murray, the senior.
It's interesting that he struggles with that pass because we've seen him do that a couple times.
Yeah, Murray was wide open to the right.
He threw it like 50 yards into the end zone.
Yeah, and he threw a dime. Yeah. So, third down and 21 now for the Eagles. A snap. It's a good snap. The pocket's collapsing. He drops back. He gets out of it. He runs ahead, and he's brought down from behind after a gain of about 7. He brings it back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to be fourth down and 10 now for the Eagles. A good stop by the Wolverines defense after the holding penalty brings the Eagles back.
So that was a nice pursuit there by Shazil Ali.
It was.
Behind. He didn't give up on
the play. So hard to say. It looks like they're going to punt, but you have to be ready for anything now. Here's a penalty. Looks like it's going to be delay a game or too many men.
Illegal substitution.
Illegal substitution. Yep. The referee signals illegal sub. That's going to be on the Wolverines.
Tough to tell who he's calling it on. Yeah, the Wolverines, you're right. Yep. Interesting.
55. Number 55 for the Wolverines was the illegal man on the field. I don't know who that was.
They don't have a 55.
Yeah, but that 55 ran off the field. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's 59. That's Shazil Ali.
Shazil Ali, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a hoodie on and it's covering up the 9. It looks like a 5. So it's going to be 4th and 5 now. They're still looking like they're going to punt it. They're trying to draw the Wolverines off sides now by taking time. Here's a snap. And did they get it away? Nope, they did not get it off. It's delay a game. False start.
So they're going to get the 5 yards right back.
So that was a weird sequence. So this time the substitution is legal by the Wolverines. Number 77, Josh Dugan, comes off, and number 59, Ali, comes back into the football game. Last time they had a little confusion of what they wanted to do. So it's 4th and 10. Now you're going to see a punt.
Chappelle's back deep.
Standing at his 20-yard line. 21. Here's a punt.
And went the distance.
Bounces at the 30, right to Chappelle. Has it to the 25, to the 30. Gets out of a tackle, and he's going to be rolled. Almost got away. He's going to gain about 10 yards on the play, and he's going to get to the 30. So that's where the Wolverines will start their second possession of the second half at their own 30-yard line. They lead it 35-12 with 9:38 to go in the third quarter.
All right, this is actually their first offensive possession here in the second half.
So we'll see what the Wolverines' game plan is. We're gonna see a heavy dose of Mikey Sims, or are we gonna see Kojal air it out a little bit more? Who knows?
So Cosio was trying to get a new ball into the game, and he went to flip it to the line judge, and flipped it to him a little bit to his left, so the line judge had to run about 10 yards to go get the ball.
Here come the Wolverines now out of the huddle. They will line up at the 30. Kojo is under center. One back tight formation. Snap. Pitch back to Matson. He cuts it inside the numbers, and he gains about 7 on the play to the near sideline.
That was a nice patient run, Scott.
He was. He strung it out, waited for his hole, and he cut it back inside, and he picked up 7 tough. Those last 2 yards were a little tough, and that's where you worry about a fumble, Kevin, when you're getting stood up like that and you get gang tackled. Guys are trying to come in and knock that football out. But good job holding the football by CJ, and it's going to bring up a second down and 3 for the Wolverines here.
Power eye here.
Snap, pitch back to Matson again. This is Franklin this time in the backfield. Different look by the Wolverines. He's run out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Going to be close to a first down. They're going to mark him past the 40, almost to the 41. They're going to give him they mark it at the 41-yard line, so they are going to give him a first down. First down and 10 for the Wolverines now.
Seen this a lot more, too, than they did with Kurt and Quinn huddling.
Yeah.
Kurt and Quinn would come to the sideline, get the play.
Yep.
And then they would all be lined up by that point.
So a different look now for the Wolverines. They have Franklin in the backfield. Here's motion by Matson. Good block on the play by Sims. Hands it to Franklin, and he gets across the 45 to the 47. So the backfield right now for the Wolverines is Sims and Franklin. Franklin comes off the field and is replaced by Chris Thibodeau. Haven't called his number in a while. Second down and 5 for the Wolverines now at their own 46-yard line. Handoff to the right to Thibodeau that time, and he runs it out past the 22. I'm sorry, past the 45 to the 40, close to the 40. I think the 42.
So Thibodeau, nice run there on the right-hand side. Picked up about 15 on that.
Now they're right in that part of the field, Kevin, that we are completely blocked from. So hopefully anything that happens will be towards the outside of the field.
The light station not shedding much light for us.
That is fact. So hey, whatever they do, I hope they run to the outside here. Another power I formation. Snap handed off this time to Thibodeau again, and he gets another big run. Gains about 12 yards on the play.
Looks like he's all the way down to the 30.
Down to the 30-yard line. Just shy, just right to the 31-yard line. So it is a gain of 12, and that'll be another Wolverine first down. So power football, smash mouth football by the Wolverines here in the second half, to start the second half. And they're wearing down that correct defense, Kevin.
That's really all they need to do at this point, Scott, because with a 23-point lead, just keep running it, let the clock roll.
First down play here is a snap and a handoff to Thibodeau again to the right side. Tries to bounce it out. He's got it, and it's close to another first down. He gets 9 on the carry, gets it down to the 21-yard line. 22, it looks like they're going to spot him at. Be second down and 2. Well, we'll see what they got. Yeah, they give him 8.
I don't know if you heard Mike off mic, but Stonington now has the lead 21-20 at Ledyard.
Second down and 10 now. Sims and Thibodeau in the backfield. Handoff to Thibodeau to the right, off tackle, and he's not going to get it. I think they give him no gain on the play. Good job getting to the ball there by the correct defense, and that'll bring up third down and 2.
Another factor here, too, Scott, as the game goes on, it's getting colder.
It is getting colder.
We can feel it even in the booth with the window open. It's definitely getting colder.
I walked down to field level at halftime, and it's definitely a 10, 15-degree temperature difference than it is here in the booth. So third down and 2 now for the Wolverines. They stay in the tight formation. Handoff up the middle to whoever that is. Just I think it's Thibodeau down to the 5-yard line, or is that Sims?
That was Sims.
Mikey Sims.
Thibodeau blocking on that one.
Yeah, so he had a huge head of steam on that, and that was a 13-yard gain, and we're down to the 10-yard line.
First and goal.
12-yard gain. Call it 12 yards on the play. They were at the 22. So first down and goal. I think they might be able to get. Now they're going to give them a first and goal. So they're at the 10-yard line. First and goal from the 10. Sims and Thibodeau in the backfield once again for the Wolverines. Snap. Handoff to.
I would say that's Mattson.
That is Mattson. That is C.J. Mattson this time from the wing. Picks up a couple yards to the 8-yard line, so it'll be second down and goal from the 8. Clock is still running with 4:16 to go in the third quarter. Wolverines break the huddle. No runs or no passes on this drive so far for the Wolverines, and they shouldn't.
Power eye here, Scott.
Kozel takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Thibodeau up the middle. Gains a yard, tough yard there. Good defensive play by the middle of that correct defensive line. They clogged up the middle. It looks like the middle is not where they're getting their yardage from right now. They're going to try to bounce it out to the outside again, where Thibodeau was having all his success earlier in the drive. So it'll be a third down and 7 now.
Third and 8 goal here, so might be a good opportunity, Scott, for them to try a rollout pass here, just to mix it up, catch them off guard.
Play action to the tight end. Yep, there it goes. Rolls out to his right, throws wide open, touchdown.
I think that was Matt DePonte. I want to say 22.
22.
Nice catch.
Yeah. So the Wolverines are pouring it on here on the Eagles. They have a 35-12 lead with the extra point to come. So a good 7-yard play for the Wolverines.
7 yards on that one. Bartrek coming in. He hasn't kicked one tonight.
He has no. Oh, he did have one. Ball is up and is good.
That looks good. Nice.
All right, so 36-12 now. It's a 42-12. It is a 30-point lead now for the Wolverines, as they are comfortably ahead, and that's Kozel's 4th touchdown pass of the night. And, Kevin, I think we both called that play there a little bit. You called the rollout. I called to the play action to the tight end. They did a little bit of both on that one. So
they did?
Yeah, it was a nice play action by Kozel and a little rollout. He found DePonte wide open in the end zone for the touchdown. So 42-12. Griswold with the big lead.
Now, Scott, I may have been oblivious in the past years that we've been doing the games on senior night, but I've never noticed I don't know if these are flags on the fence here. The cheerleaders and the football players all have these really nice poster-size flags of some sort.
Yeah, those are
on the fence.
So those cool. Those are done by the art department here at NFA at Griswold. Those are photos taken by the students, and those are put on poster board, like thick poster board, for the senior night. And those are given to the players after the game, so they can take home and have a memento from this night and from their time here at Griswold. So the kickoff was a short kickoff, and it was taken up to the 45-yard line, to the 46-yard line, and that's where Krek will start their second drive of the second half at their own 46. They trail at 42-12.
Long third quarter here, Scott. And
yes.
Krek can strike quickly.
They can. They've shown that tonight, that they have the ability to do quick strike, but it's been a while since they've been able to cross the goal line. So we'll see what they got here. Down 30. Here's motion play. It's going to be called back. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Eagles.
False start.
Call a false start. It looked like it was maybe a little bit of illegal motion, but we'll give it the false start anyway. So it'll be first down and 15. Yeah, they did that for the soccer players as well on senior day.
That's awesome. That's a great idea.
That's very cool. Yeah, that's not normally there. They just put that up for senior night. Yeah, it is basically having your own fat head.
No matter where you go, what you do in your life, you appreciate those kinds of things.
Absolutely. Here's the snap back across the middle. Has the receiver open at the 50, takes it to the Griswold side of the field, across the 45, down to the 41-yard line.
That was Raiden McDade on that reception. He's a freshman.
So a pickup of 20 on the play, and it's first down for Craig. First down and 10 at the Griswold 41 now. Here's a snap, drops back to pass. He's looking to his right, throws right, has a man at the 30, and he hauls it in and rolls out of bounds. So it was a nice catch and a good play by Craig now, and they're moving the ball a little bit here. That's enough for a first down at the 30-yard line. Quick to the line now for the next play. Back in the shotgun. Snap. Looks to his left. Looks off the safety and throws it right to the Griswold player. And it's C.J. Matson picks it off at the 30. He's down to the 30 to the 35 where he's stopped there. And a late hit. And he's hurt. He's hurt. Matson is hurt at the 31-yard line. And that's not good because the referee is immediately calling for the coach to come and for the players to get away from him. So that's never a good sign. So Matson picked it off around the 21, 22-yard line, and he took it all the way down, and the quarterback actually made the play coming all the way back down the field to the 22. So a good return there. But we'll see what's up with CJ here as the trainers come over to him. Let me take a break. We'll come back. We'll see what's going on, and we'll continue. You're listening to Wolverine Football on SNSN.
Nice interception and run back. Ball is going to be spotted on the 11-yard line. First and 10.
Okay, we're back here at Griswold. They're going to take the snap here. First and 10 at the 11-yard line. Koziel dumps it off to the left, and couldn't see who it is. Is it a touchdown? There's a flag on the play. And before we came back, Chris Matson, if you're listening, CJ's okay. He got up on his own. He ran off to the sideline. So rest easy, Dad. Your boy's doing fine. So we'll see what the penalty is.
Block in the back on Griswold.
It is illegal. It's a hold on Griswold.
So 2 penalties.
So they accepted the hold, and they declined the block in the back. So either way, it was a 10-yard penalty. So they'll take the hold, and that'll move Griswold back to the 21-yard line. So it'll be first down and 20. Well, they're actually going to move it from the spot of the foul, so it's at the 19-yard line. So it's first and 19 for the Wolverines.
So they started at the 10 with that penalty added on.
Yes.
So CJ returned it to the 22, but they wound up starting at that 10. So
Koziel drops back to pass. He's looking to his left. Has a man. 11 to the 1-yard line. He's banged down hard at the 1-yard line.
He did, but he held on to the ball.
He did hang on to the football, which was good. So Van Tine with a nice catch. And once again, that dump throw off to the out to the alley is working for the Wolverines. Van Tine's a little bit they're making him come off the field because he went down like he was the referee is just being cautious here. He's making Van Tine come off the field. They're bringing in Devin Chaikow. Yeah, he will. That looked like it might have hurt a little bit. The referee wants to be safe, so he's made him come off the field. So it's 2nd down and 1 now from the 2-yard line for the Wolverines. They hurry to the line. Tight formation. Hand up to Sims up the middle.
Touchdown.
Touchdown signaled by the referee. And it's another touchdown for Michael Sims on senior night. That's his 2nd one. And the Griswold Wolverines now lead it 48-12. So all offense clicking here for the Wolverines as they are just wearing down the correct defense. And it's we still got a long way to go in this one, Kevin. We still have another quarter to play.
Yeah, with them being up by 36 now, though, the clock will run.
Yeah, 35 points. 35 points
so.
is in high school football. The clock will run in the 4th quarter. It'll be a running clock unless they get it under 35. But the way that this game is going right now, it doesn't seem likely. So Griswold lining up for the extra point. They're going to kick it. The snap down, up, and low kick.
Blocked again.
And it's blocked. So the score will stay 48-12. And Griswold's pouring it on. We'll come back for the end of the 3rd. You're listening to Griswold Wheeler Football exclusively on SNSN. After the Griswold Wolverines just scored another touchdown, Mikey Sims with the 2-yard plunge. And we have about 28 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and Griswold will be kicking left to right to the Crack Eagles.
They scored 21 points in this quarter, 27 in the first half.
So it's an offensive show being put on by the Wolverines here tonight in Griswold. High kick down to the 16-yard line, taken there by the Eagles. There's a big play. Good tackle on the play.
Tackle.
Big hit there by Cody Van Tyne. So after a 5-yard gain on the return, Van Tyne blows up the runner on the far side of the field and gets the Griswold sideline hyped.
Catches the touchdown pass.
Yeah, he's ready to go.
Almost
catches
pass.
the
Should have
touchdown.
been in the end zone. Get it down to the 2, and it makes a great tackle here on the kickoff.
So the Craig Eagles will start 1st down and 10 from the 22-yard line, their own 22-yard line, trailing by 36 points. Shotgun formation. Quarterback takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking across the middle. It's almost picked off again. If that was on target, that would have been picked off there by Devin Chaikow. He had his sights on it, so it was just a little bit high, and it's the end of the 3rd quarter. All Wolverines here in Griswold. It's 48-12. You're listening to Griswold Wheeler Football on SNSN. Connecticut for the 4th quarter of the Crack Eagles and the Griswold Wheeler Wolverines. Griswold is leading at 48-12. Clock rolling now because of the point rule. It's a shotgun. Pass downfield from Crack, and it falls harmlessly to the turf at the 50-yard line. No one even near that pass as it fell
like
incomplete.
A miscommunication there, Scott.
Absolutely.
He thought his receiver was going to go out. Instead, he went right down the seam.
So that brings up a 3rd down and 10 at the 24-yard line for Crack. It looks like they're just going to pass, and try to make this at least a little bit respectable. Here's the shotgun, 4 receiver set. Throws out to his right, and he's complete, but the receiver goes down to the ground to get it, and it's only a gain of 2 yards. So a 4th down and 8 now. And I don't know if Crack is going to keep the football, or are they going to punt it, or are they going to go for it? Yeah, they're going to go for it, so okay. At least gets your guy some work, I guess, in this situation is what his coach is trying to do. But it's 4th down and 8. 4th down and 7. Once again, a 4 receiver set for the Eagles. Shotgun, snap. Quarterback looks to his left, pressured, throws the football. It's complete at the 35, still on his feet. He's hit. It's a first down. He gets across the 35 to the 36. He needed 8, and he got 12. So a nice catch and short run by the receiver, and it keeps the drive moving for the Eagles. 1st and 10 now at their own 37-yard line. It's a snap is low. Quarterback looking. He's under pressure. Picked off by Mikey Sims. He's going to take it to the 30, down to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Cuts back inside. Touchdown. What a play. That kid, he's having a game. What a move down inside the 5-yard line. It looked like they were going to catch him and push him out of bounds, but he cut back, made a kid miss, and then used the truck stick. And he forces himself into the end zone. And it's another Griswold touchdown, and it's now 54-12. That's the 3rd touchdown for number 34, the senior, Mikey Sims, here on senior night.
I don't know what Cheney was looking at there because he threw it right to Sims.
That was
no receiver in the area.
Yeah, that was nowhere, not a white jersey in sight there, as the ball went right to Sims, and he barreled downfield for the touchdown. So the seniors going out with a bang here on their last home game.
It's good.
The extra point is good. And it's 55-12. All Wolverines here in the second half. That's their 4th touchdown of the half. And it's only the start of the 4th quarter. But the clock is stopped for this. But once we put it in play, it will keep on rolling.
For those of you that might be newer to the high school football rules, after a team is up by 35 points, they just keep rolling the clock. Now, if the game gets closer, they'll go back to stop
right. If they
clock.
get it underneath it, they'll go back to the stop clock. But at this point,
I don't think we see that happening in this game.
I don't see that happening here tonight. 9:33 to go in the game, 55-12. Your Wolverines with the lead. They will kick left to right to the Eagles.
This game's never been tied, and the Wolverines have never trailed.
They have never. It was 1-point game at 13-12, and that was the closest it's been.
13-12,
Yeah.
and then that was it.
That was the last time that the Eagles were close. So good work here by both sides of the football for the Wolverines, especially on defense. They played a great defensive game except for that one lapse they had on that 72-yard pass. So other than that, they've played some really good defense. Here's a low bouncing kick picked up at the 36-yard line and run over the 40 to the 43. So a short return of 7 yards by the Eagles, and they'll start with the football at the 43-yard line.
So it looks like on that kickoff, it was freshman Zachary Picard getting a little
work. Yeah, that's nice. Getting a little varsity time and trying to earn that varsity letter.
You'll see some substitutions, I'm sure, here now by
yes.
Coach Wilcox.
If I'm Coach Wilcox, number 2 doesn't see the football field the rest of the day. but I'm not Coach Wilcox, so we'll see. 1st and 10 now, 43-yard line. Quarterback drops back on the shotgun. He's forced up out of the pocket. He looks downfield across the middle, had a receiver, but he overthrew him. And on the near sideline, you had a receiver, looks like number 2, waving his arms. And, Kevin, he was literally wide open. I might have ran down there and caught that football if he threw it. So that's how wide open that kid was.
TJ Murray jumping up and down, waving his hands, trying to get Cheney's attention.
But the Wolverines better pick up on that here. 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Clock rolling, under 8 to go. Sorry, long pass downfield, overthrows everybody. The only person close to that was number 8, Justin Curtin Quinn for the Wolverines. I'm sorry, Jaden Curtin Quinn, the backup quarterback, and we'll see if he gets any quarterback time in the end of this game. So it's a 3rd down and 10 after that incompletion.
Yeah, obviously at this point, Wolverines only rushing 3, dropping 5, keeping DePonte and Sims in the middle just in case Cheney runs.
Trips left here, and it looks like a false start, but they didn't throw the flag, and the pass is broken up on the play. Couldn't see who it was. It was Jaden Curtin Quinn again. So, or no, who was that? That was Trevor Belial on the play.
Yeah, we got 8 and 9 on the far side.
Yeah, on the far side. It's hard to see. Yeah, with my old eyes, I couldn't see that one. So, 4th down and 10 now, and Craig's just going to go for it here. They got nothing to lose. This game's a wash. So they're going to do quads left with an odd formation. So here we go. 4th down and 10 now, 6:40 to go and rolling. Ball snapped. Quarterback takes a look. He's under pressure, throws down the middle, and it's tipped away. It was a high throw anyway. And it falls to the turf incomplete, and the Wolverines will take over right there. 1st and 10 at their correct 40-yard line. Nope.
43, I think is right.
At the 43-yard line, yes.
So, Mike, did you say Ledyard 28-21 now over Stonington? So the Bears trying to get their first win of the season.
So it looks like number 12, Cameron Gouveia, is going to take over as quarterback. The sophomore is going to get some time here on varsity. They got to throw in their JV kids out there. So nice opportunity for the young kids to get some playing time here. I hate to use the word garbage time because this means a lot to those kids, and it also means a lot to their folks. So here's
a good
a
opportunity for them to show their skills or future opportunities.
Handoff to the right. Number 88, Ryan Patillo. Sorry, Palillo. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. No gain on the play, so it's 2nd down and 10. Clock continues to run now with 5 minutes to go in the game. Most of the JV kids are out there now for the Wolverines. Not sure that Craig's going to do the same. Here's the snap, handoff. And to the right, tries to bounce it to the outside the hash marks, and is dragged down right at the line of scrimmage. That was
Quinn.
That was Curtin Quinn on that one, Jaden Curtin Quinn. So no gain on the play. Maybe a foot they gave him on that, so 3rd down and 10.
Had his jersey ripped off his left shoulder pad, so he had to come out. You've got Belial and Farwell in the backfield on this play.
Fumble snap. Beanbags are out, and let's see
who
recovered it.
Craig got it.
Craig does get the football, so
yep, Trenton Jackson.
Right at the line of scrimmage, so Craig will take over right there at the same spot, basically, that they turned it over on when they had the ball. So no gain of any yards on that play, on that drive for the Wolverines. And Craig will take over there with 3:50 to go.
That was Trenton Jackson on the recovery there for the Eagles.
It's 55-12. Wolverines with the big lead. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's under pressure. Runs out of the pocket across the 45, almost to the 50, where he's gang tackled right there by a bunch of green jerseys. They're going to give him the 50-yard line and a gain of about 6.
That was Farwell and Belial mainly on that, but he was, as Scott said, joined by gang green.
I like it. I like it. 2nd down and 4 now for the Eagles. One back set. Quarterback drops back. He's rushed out of the pocket again, and he gets out of a sack, and he keeps rolling across the 50 down to the 48 to the 47.
Mikey Sims on that tackle.
Under 3 to go.
Sims might be the only starter that's still in there.
Yeah. It's very, I see a lot of clean jerseys out there now. 3rd and 1 for the Eagles. Ball snap, quarterback keep. Runs up the middle, across the 40. He's got the first down to the 37-yard line.
Farwell on that tackle again. Again, when Tyler's been in there from time to time, whether it's in situations like this or when they were down a few people in the defensive backfield, he's made some good plays.
1st and 10 now for the Eagles. 2:14 to go. Quarterback drops back, takes the snap, and miscommunication there. The ball landed at the 20-yard line, and the receiver was.
Wait, you're supposed to go out. No, I went down the seam.
He ran the seam route, and he probably would not have caught it anyway because he was covered on the play. So that's the incomplete pass, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock rolling now with 1:45 to go. Craig continues to work out of the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Quarterback drops back, is pressured, and he's wrapped up there at the 43 to the 42, and that's going to be a sack there.
Nice. Half a sack each there.
Yeah, number 18, Lucas.
88.
Yeah, number 88.
Polillo.
Yep, and number 18?
Yep. No, number 40, sorry.
Okay.
Number 40 was also in there, so Joseph Deleta.
3rd down and 14 now. One minute to go. Here's another sack. And that was going to be a loss of 6 yards.
Polillo again.
Polillo again busts through the line and blows that play up, and now it's 4th down. And that's
50 seconds to go here, so this will probably be the last snap of the game.
Probably, unless they get a convert for the first down. It's 4th down and 25. 23 maybe. 30 seconds to go. Quarterback snap, throws it out to the flat, across the 50 to the 40, down to the 35, stays on his feet, down to the 20, still on his feet, and he's down at the 17-yard line. So what we thought would be the last play of the game was a big conversion there, a gain of about 30 yards on the play. But that might be the last play. There's 10 seconds to go.
Trying to run one more play.
They're trying to get one more on here. I don't know if they're going to get it. 3, 2, 1. Gets the snap off. Quarterback drops back, tries to go for the fade in the end zone. Knocked away. And that's going to do it. So here on senior night tonight, a big night by Kozel, a big night by Sims. Great game by the Wolverines. They blow out the Craig Eagles 55-12. We're going to come back, put a bow on this one. You're listening to Wolverine football right here on SNSN.
four TDs in there.
And welcome back here to Griswold, Connecticut, where the final score is your Griswold Wheeler Wolverines 55 and the Craig Eagles 12. Kevin, a dominant performance by the Wolverines. Started off a little bit slow, but they got the ball rolling on a big play by Mikey Sims, who had a heck of a game tonight. 3 touchdowns, 1 on defense. And Andrew Kozel, his first game back after breaking his clavicle, he didn't miss a beat. I mean, he started off a little bit slow, made a couple iffy throws, but it was almost like a switch went off, and he's like, hey, I'm back. And he ended up with 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, and I didn't remember how many yards he had.
154 yards.
So a beautiful night. I'm sure he's happy with that. He won't be happy with the pick when he watches it on film, but hey, that's what happens when you come out and you're gone for a while. You shake off the rust. You know, you get to do what you have to do to get back in the swing of things, and now you get ready for Plainfield and a game that could mean a lot for both teams. 1, for the division, and 2, for playoff standings if either team can make it. So we'll see.
Yeah, the division right now, both teams are undefeated. So that means a lot coming into the Thanksgiving Day game. In the first half, like you're saying, the first quarter, there were 3 turnovers. No one scored. And then from that point forward, it's just like everybody scored every time they touched the ball.
Right.
So Griswold was just rolling after that point. You know, they started on their own 40, and that's when the scoring began. They're right at the end of the first quarter. Craig comes right back, scores just before the quarter ends, and it makes it 7-6. So it's a game at that point. But then they go into the second quarter. Griswold scores right away again, so it's 13-6. The answer from the Eagles, 72-yard touchdown pass. So we're all looking at each other like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
If they can do this, then we might be in trouble here. 13-12. The 2-point conversion was no good. And then Griswold comes right back and just keeps scoring. Scored on their next 2 drives at the end of the first half. Come out right on the kickoff. Chappelle takes it 80 yards. Gone, 35-12. That pretty much salted the game.
That was the game right there. So any chance that the Eagles might come back in this game, we put that to rest right away. Like you said, the 80-yard touchdown or the 70-yard, was it 80 yards or 7? It's 80 yards.
Yep, 80 yards.
80-yard touchdown on the opening kickoff of the second half. Basically just crushed any chance that Craig had of maybe coming back. And a dominant performance by the Wolverine defense, stopping a team that was pretty good coming into this game. We had some common opponents, but, Griswold showed why it is undefeated in the division, and they continue to play well. And going into that last game at Plainfield next Turkey Day is going to be a huge game for both teams.
And root for NFA tomorrow.
We are going to root for NFA. They play Bacon. So go Wildcats tomorrow.
What else is happening in town tomorrow?
Snowflake Parade.
And the Snowflake Parade, yeah. Don't forget, if you're around tomorrow, 6 o'clock.
5:15.
5:15. The parade gets rolling right down Main Street. Come out to the Snowflake Parade, see the kids, see
Santa.
the local businesses, see the fat guy with the beard, and it's not me, it's Santa Claus.
And Santa.
That's right. So
St. Nicholas, Father Time.
it's coming. It's coming. Before you know it, it'll be Christmas.
It
So
all ends at Griswold Middle School this year. They're going to have some people there, different people setting up tables and giving out some things, and people can walk through the halls, and we were in there today setting up our table for River Church, and they were setting up the cafeteria, which looks awesome. A lot of the people from the rec department were there. They got a bunch of lights going on, and they'll have a display, a little video going on there too for the people. So it'll be a fun event in Griswold tomorrow night.
The word on the street is Mrs. Claus is going to be there.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Mrs. Claus.
Well,
she's going to be there as well. She had to cut her Caribbean vacation short.
well, a good winter or a good fall season for Griswold sports overall. The soccer team did well. Both soccer teams, boys and girls. Of course, the volleyball team is still in the state playoffs. They're making it to the state quarterfinals.
They lost tonight against Lyman 3-0.
Wow! So they made it to the quarterfinals of the state, which is great. I mean, they had a great season. They're ECC champions, but unfortunately, they did lose tonight. But great season, girls. Everyone here is proud of you. The football team's still rolling. They got one more game at least. We'll hope for the best. Let's get Bacon to lose tomorrow, and we beat Plainfield on Thursday, and we'll be good to go. This is my last game because I will be in sunny, warm Florida next week for Thanksgiving, or 2 weeks for Thanksgiving. So thanks for letting me come up here, Mike, and I'll see you guys in basketball season.
This is also my last game. It's been a great season again. Wolverines going 6-2 here as they head into Thanksgiving. Hopefully they'll pull it off on Thanksgiving Day and have a shot for the playoffs.
And I'll be listening in Disney right on SNSN YouTube channel.
Redhawks at 41-7.
Redhawks killingly up 41-7 on East Lyme. Last score we had, too, with Ledyard Stonington, is Ledyard had taken the lead. So Stonington may continue to have that donut on the win column.
Yeah. So if you are out of town on Thanksgiving, you're not around for the Plainfield Griswold big matchup, you can watch it on the SNSN YouTube channel, just like I will be. So make sure you tune in. You listen to Mike Minarski and Ray Churchill will be calling the game. And go Wolverines.
Yeah, I'll be in sunny New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So we'll be listening and watching as well. And Mike just gave us another score there. Ledyard did wind up hanging on to beat Stonington 28-21.
So it's a big goose egg for Stonington this year, which is uncharacteristic of that program. So
that's really it because the Plainfield game hasn't been updated.
So last time we knew Plainfield was up by 2 touchdowns on Montville. So
23-12.
Yeah. So more than likely that's probably a game for Plainfield. So they'll come in rolling with an 8-game win streak, Mike. Is that right? Yeah.
No.
7-game win streak.
No, they're on a 7.
They'll be 8. Yep.
So it'll be
because they'll be 8-1. Yeah, they lost their first game, and it'll be 8-1.
And
so
we want to make sure that Bacon loses tomorrow.
Keep in mind, the last 2 years, Griswold has played on Thanksgiving Day, played Plainfield, and has ruined their playoff chances.
They have, and so Plainfield will be out for blood. And remember, last year's game was pretty exciting. So it was cold. I remember it was very cold up here. So
we were in Plainfield last year. Remember? It was freezing.
Yes, it was. All right, so
They didn't know if they were going to cancel the game.
I remember how cold it was. It was so cold.
They canceled the turkey dip altogether.
Yeah, and in New Hampshire, it was below 0 when we woke up and we had 3 inches of snow on the ground.
All right, so once again, your final score, the Wolverines 55, the Craig Eagles 12. I'm Scott Fryer for Mike Minarski and Kevin Thompson. You're listening to Wolverines football on SNSN. We'll see you on Thanksgiving Day. Go Wolverines.